Let's talk about another team that has rattled off 6 straight wins. That is the Boston Red Sox. They got off to a terrible start, a 2023 molasses pace start. But right now they are starting to heat up because they beat the Blue Jays. They looked really, really good yesterday. They're now 19-14 and ahead of the Blue Jays in third place in the AL East, a division where all 5 clubs, they're above 500. The Sox beat the Jays 11-5 on Thursday, knocking Kevin Gausman around. Gausman was really good against the Red Sox last season, but he gave up 8 earned runs in the game. Alex Cora, the Red Sox manager, pleased with the at-bat quality. The Sox swung at strikes. They put pressure on Gausman on the bases. The Red Sox lineup has never been a cause for long-term concern. However, in my opinion, if Boston wants to legitimately compete, they need to correct their pitching. Sox starters have a .599 earned run average, which is second worst in the majors, ahead of only the Oakland Athletics, who have an earned run average of nearly 8. Chris Sale, one of Chris Russo's top 5 players to watch, has a .675 ERA, the 5th worst in the American League. Corey Kluber, Garrett Whitlock, currently on the IL, also hold ERAs above 6. The Sox are still looking up at the Tampa Bay Rays, though, and where the beat goes on for the first place team, they are now 20 games over 500. Guys at 26-6. The great Sarah Langs pointing out that they are the fastest team to reach 20 games over 500 mark since the 1984 Tigers did it in their first 28 games. The Rays have won 6 of their last 7 games and just got the best outing this season from starter Zach Eflin, who struck out 10 batters without a walk. He gave up 3 hits over 7 scoreless frames. Eflin had 13 swinging strikes from the Pirates lineup, but 7 of those came on called third strikes, something that Pirates veteran Andrew McCutchen seemed to take exception to. After the game, Kutch had this to say. "It felt one-sided," McCutchen said. "You don't ever want to feel like that when you're out there, but today just didn't feel like it was a game that was supposed to be won by us. We were grinding away as much as we could. Things weren't clicking for us. When we tried to get anything going, it was just being stripped away. It's frustrating, but what can you do? There's nothing you can do about it." Now, we looked at this, and Lee Sinnons helped me with this a lot. There's an average of 6.2 pitches per game that are out of the strike zone that are called strikes. So an average of 3.1 per game per team. Pirates hitters are averaging 4 per game. So the numbers don't seem that egregious, but I do applaud Kutch for always being a vocal leader, a veteran that wants to win and stands up for his club. Despite losing 4 straight, the Buccos are in first place in the NL Central, 8 games over 500 and a game and a half ahead of the Brewers. So again, the Rays getting the win 3-2. The Pirates are 20-12. The Tampa Bay Rays, as I mentioned, 26-6, 20 games over 500. Okay, meanwhile, a lot of eyes were in Motown on Thursday as Justin Verlander made his highly anticipated debut for the New York Mets against his former club, the Detroit Tigers. Verlander missed the first 5 weeks of the season with a teres major strain, and the Mets need him to be the guy they believe earned the 2-year, $86.6 million deal he received in the offseason. He gave up 2 runs in 5 innings. The Mets lost 2-0 with both of the runs coming off Verlander. Riley Green and Javier Baez hitting back-to-back jacks in the first.
A little behind. I mean, obviously, getting kind of shut down at 80 pitches. It was worst. I mean, not worst case scenario, I guess, timing-wise for pitch count. We kind of had like a 90-ish number in mind today, and just being a little cautious here and early on. The rehab, I only had 1 rehab start, so everything felt good. No issues physically. Felt like as the game went along, the velocity started to come a little bit too. So physically, overall, a good day.
Justin Verlander is a 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He's a World Series champion. He's likely on his way to the Hall of Fame. I'm not worried about him. The Mets, however, I am worried about. They were swept in their 3-game series against the Tigers. The loss in Wednesday's nightcap of their doubleheader was Scherzer's return from his suspension. The Mets are 2-9 in their last 11 games. They've gone from a half game back of the Braves to 6 back during that span. They've fallen to 500, so now they're 16-16. How concerned should we be about the team in Queens? Again, to me, the narrative always is Pitching is everything. And of course, they get Scherzer back, they get Verlander back. Carlos Carrasco was supposed to have a rehab assignment, but that may be pushed back because of illness. But they need to start pitching better. At 16-16, that is not going to get the job done. Although I have a tremendous amount of faith, of course, in Buck Showalter. I know Steve Cohen, their owner, is going to do whatever they can to get it done. But I'm not certain that this is the start that we expected from the Mets. Both New York teams are banged up. We understand that, but none of the 30 teams are whole. Fact of the matter is, they can't really blame it on the bullpen because Robertson has been very good in the absence of Edwin Diaz. I know that they're banged up, but the highly touted Mets starting rotation is just 24th so far in the majors this season, guys, with a 5.49 earned run average.